Welcome to This Week in Baseball.
There's a new home run champion of all time, and it's Henry Aaron.
I don't believe what I just saw.
Coming up, the Sky Dome cheers and chirps as the Blue Jays fly high. Scott Erickson, sore wing and all.
Hi, this is the Scott Erickson Show. Join us at 5 p.m. at the Metrodome.
Birds of a feather flock together, so grab a perch, y'all. No more scowls, night owls. Just stay tuned for This Week in Baseball. This week, East meets West on the shores of Lake Ontario as American League front runners do battle. The Toronto Blue Jays and Minnesota Twins. Eighth inning, Twins lead 3-2. The batter, Manuel Lee.
Punched into left center field, and it's going to drop. Here comes the tying run. The ball gets away, and Lee will go to second.
Then, bottom of the ninth inning, score tied, no outs, and the bases loaded.
There's a drive to center, and the Blue Jays win it. 13-year veteran Rance Mullinick does the job.
The Blue Jays win by 1 run despite committing 4 errors and out-hitting Minnesota 16-4. Game 2, Tom Candiotti making his second start for Toronto since being traded from Cleveland. In 7 innings, he holds Minnesota scoreless, striking out 7. The knuckleballer got his first victory as a Toronto Blue Jay. On offense, Joe Carter, who will make his first ever All-Star appearance at the Sky Dome on Tuesday, blasted 2 homers, numbers 18 and 19, as the Blue Jays won their 5th straight. 4th of July greetings from Canada with pitching pyrotechnics. Making his first appearance this season, David West, who came off the disabled list, held the Blue Jays scoreless, giving the Twins just what the doctor ordered, as they took 1 of 3 from Toronto to hold up the 4th.
1-1, and a pop-up into short left field, and the Twins win a very big game on the 4th of July.
Chicago. The National League Eastern Division leading Pirates on top 5-4, 9th inning, and up steps the Cubs' Jerome Walton. Nobody on, nobody out.
There's a drive. It might be. It could be. It is. Holy cow.
Man alive, that tied the score at 5-5. Then in the 13th, Ryan Sandberg batting with a winning run on second.
There's a looper in the shot right field. Here comes a winning run. Here he races. What happened? The game is over. The game is over.
Harry must have been tired. The longest night game ever at Wrigley, 4 hours and 35 minutes. Next day, Gary Varsho spearheads a Pirate pounding, 22 hits, the most since 1979.
There's a drive way back. It might be Gary Varsho, his second home run of the day, his second home run of his major league career.
And the Pirates continue to pour it on. I think we are getting into Doug DeCenzo rain.
With the Pirates leading 13-4, the Chicago Cub outfielder makes his 3rd appearance and has yet to give up a run.
3-2. Track him out with a fastball down the middle.
A standing ovation for Doug DeCenzo.
Milwaukee, 41-year-old Rick Dempsey, after catching the first 8 innings, in the 9th, switching to pitching. Red Sox lead the Brewers 14-4. Rick, got to tell you, you're no Doug DeCenzo, but he still got out of the inning.
This fly ball to right field to Vaughn ends the inning as Rick Dempsey gives up 1 run. 1 run on 3 hits, and they leave a couple, and the crowd gives Rick Dempsey a standing O.
Seattle. Veteran Carlton Fisk pinch hitting in the 8th inning. The slumping Mariners leading by 2 runs as they try to cool down the blazing hot White Sox.
That's deep to left field. Way back. You can't put it on the board. Yes! A pinch hit 2-run homer for Carlton Fisk, and the game is tied at 4.
Fisk's 7th homer of the year, and the White Sox go on to win 5-4. The next night in Seattle, a Sox fan cheers as Carlton Fisk comes to bat again with the score tied.
There's a base hit into center field. Here comes Robin. He's going to score. Sox lead at 3-2. Yes!
And once again, it's late night with Carlton Fisk.
How about that? And the surging Sox go on to win for the 11th time in 13 games. New York against the Indians. The Yankees win their 5th straight, slugging the ball like the Bronx Bombers of old.
Way back, and look out. Upper deck for Jesse Barfield. So is this one. Way, way back. Back-to-back home runs by Barfield and Moss.
And the Yankees improved their record against Eastern Division clubs to 22-11. Now, for an update, here's Warner Fussell on the ticker.
Thanks, Mel. Boston's Jack Clark, Friday, batting against the Tigers, Walt Terrell.
There it goes. 3-run homer for Jack Clark. He has driven in 6 runs tonight.
Clark went on to drive in 7 of Boston's 10 runs as former Seton Hall star Kevin Morton, making his major league debut, fired a 5-hitter, striking out 9. The first Red Sox pitcher to throw a complete game in his debut since Don Ossie in 1977. Also Friday, Cincinnati's Rob Dibble preserved a 1-0 victory in Houston, the second-place Reds' 10th win in 12 games. 23 saves and 23 opportunities for Rob Dibble. Chicago's Robin Ventura, a 3-run homer. The streaking Sox win 4-2 against the Twins. Back to Mel Allen.
It's quiz time, brought to you by today's Chevy truck. MVPs of last season, 10-time All-Star Ricky Henderson chats with 2-time All-Star Barry Bonds. Name an MVP winner who's never been an All-Star. To answer this week's quiz, brought to you by today's Chevy truck. He was MVP with the Dodgers in 1988 and is the only MVP who has yet to make an All-Star team. Kirk Gibson. Toronto's Skydome, the site of Tuesday's All-Star game. 23-year-old Scott Erickson at 12-3 might have been the American League starter. But Erickson went on the 15-day disabled list this week with a sore arm. Before getting hurt, Scott's only misfortunes came on the golf course.
Remember, trees are 70% air. I got about 30%.
And in the kitchen.
Arm and Hammer. That's all we have to eat.
In Minnesota, Erickson rooms with the club's leading home run hitter, Chili Davis, who doesn't mind sharing the spotlight.
Hi, this is the Scott Erickson Show. Join us at 5 p.m. at the Metrodome.
Scott's ERA is as low as his stirrups, 1.83. Erickson went over 2 months without a loss. And during that streak, the Twins turned things around, shooting from last to first place.
And that's it. Line drive right back to the mound, a double play.
Well, Steve Bedrosian said that he is 23, good-looking, and a world of talent.
Struck him out. The Twins win. A 2-hit shutout by Scott Erickson. His 12th consecutive win.
A club record. Scott grew up on the West Coast, where California dreaming meant being a major leaguer.
I've always wanted to play baseball. That was always my goal. I'd always watch, This Week in Baseball, get up early, Saturday morning, watch that, and then you have your game of the week. And, if we were out playing Little League or something, I was home watching baseball and watching all the superstars. So, I've never had any other thing in mind. than to be a baseball player.
Scott won't compete at this year's All-Star game, but his future among the stars seems mighty bright indeed. Now, time for This Week in Baseball's Twib Notes. Ferguson Jenkins, the first Canadian elected to baseball's Hall of Fame. He recently was honored with Fergie Jenkins Day in his hometown of Chatham, Ontario.
I look back, the nice things that happened to me was that I was a Canadian. And I tried to display that I was a Canadian wherever I played. The number one thing that helped me find the strength to do a lot of things is that I could understand that I didn't have maybe the ability somebody else had, but I was trying to prove something. It started here in Canada, and I'm proud to be a Canadian. Thank you.
Congratulations, Fergie. A real touching tribute for an outstanding major leaguer and great person. Future Hall of Famer Nolan Ryan. Strikeout number 100 on the way. The first to strike out 100 or more 22 straight seasons. The Rangers' Dean Palmer has sure made an impact since being called up recently from AAA. 3 home runs. If you add that to his minor league total, he's at 25. Big Mo Vaughn of the Red Sox, also recently called up from AAA. And he blasted 2 homers, and I mean out of sight. His first Major League round tripper almost landed plumb out of Memorial Stadium. The Alomar brothers were elected starters to this year's All-Star game. Roberto will start at second, and behind the plate, brother Sandy. Now, for a foul play that makes me say, how about that? Don't scowl, Night Owl.
That's one of the few fans who looks at Canseco and says, who?
He said, hey, Jose, the rumor in New York is you're a night owl.
Oh, poor baby. There you go. Isn't that beautiful? Look at we need an Audubon Society member to help out here.
No, I did read it a year ago.
Yes.
Canseco absolutely loves animals. And Larry McCoy. Is that Larry?
No, that's Durwood. Durwood Merrill.
Not away, Durwood.
Leave a little opening at the top, guys.
I was reading some things about Canseco that he loves to watch any kind of television show involving animals. So Jose was looking after the best interest of the owl there.
Power Stick presents Power at the Plate. Jose also made quite a hoot with his bat. In 20 games, Jose went wild, smashing 11 homers.
Oh, my! Look at that ball! Look at that ball!
Canseco took over the Major League lead, and for the 5th time in 6 years, Jose reached the 20-homer mark.
Howard.
Fans, in keeping with the 4th of July weekend, we'd like to show you our favorite renditions of the national anthem. And folks, while rockets red glare, well, here's what's up in the air.
The perils of playing in the Metrodome. Your Chicago catcher, Don Wakamatsu, you don't have enough to worry about trying to catch a knuckleball. Knobloch pops up to second base. Well, where is it? What's out there?
Gravity has a way of letting you down. Man, I've seen this stuff before, and I gotta tell you, it's quite a bore. Come on, cats. Let's see something new.
By Kenny Rogers.
After a toss to the lens, make amends, but a cameraman seeks revenge. That's a hat?
What is that? Big Mr. Ed fan.
From mainstream to offbeat, ballpark humor we seek.
Those are not well people.
As long as you're not hurting anyone, well, what's wrong with just having fun? A super effort, but no cigar. It's okay to lose a snare, but man alive, not your hair. Run for money, 2 for show, 3 to get ready, and away we go. Time now for Diamond Dazzlers. Great glove work from This Week in Baseball.
Up the middle and a diving stop by Reed for 1, and they turn the double play. What a great play by Jody Reed to make it a 4-6-3 double play, take a hit away from Maldonado.
In the air, Erickson with the great grab. Oh, what a tremendous play by Scott Erickson.
Rugbird on that left elbow for Scott, but Hill said, I'll handle that for an out.
There's a drive, left field, that ball's way back. McReynolds in pursuit. He's got it!
Here, a great play by Kevin McReynolds. He takes the home run away from Dickie Kahn.
What a play by Kevin McReynolds. Wow.
Little looper, that could drop. Baby, what a play! Soho leaves his feet to rob Kurt Stillwell.
And here's number 1.
Going after him, and he grounds his ball. Nice play by Robert. His throw is in time. Wow, what a play by Vic Roberts. First of all, I never thought he'd get to it, and then I never dreamed he would throw him out.
This is just a magnificent play by Rip Roberts.
Time for This Week in Baseball's 15th anniversary flashback, presented by Gatorade Thirst Quencher. Gatorade, for that deep down body thirst. Chicago, Old Comiskey, July 6, 1983, the All-Star Game's 50th anniversary, and Fred Lynn celebrates.
I had been on 8 prior All-Star teams, and we'd lost every one. We were tired as American Leaguers of hearing about the National League dominating, and they care about winning more than we do, and all that stuff was starting to, really grind against us when I stepped to the plate. All I was just trying to do is drive in a run.
He out at first, Carew at second, Trio at third. 2 outs. And he drives it to deep right. Back goes Murphy, away back, and there it is, the first grand slam in All-Star history.
That's about as much emotion as I'll show on a baseball field. I could just feel the frustrations and everything that had been dogging us for 8 years previously just kind of went out.
Ball from Toronto, the All-Star Game. Exciting action from the Sky Dome. Also a look at what's happening at the Coca-Cola All-Star Fan Fest, a 5-day baseball showcase.
That will let the people know, besides the All-Star Game, what goes on behind the scenes. How uniforms are made, baseballs constructed along with bats, different things that are done, pitching machines, coaching theories, that type of thing that the ordinary fan wouldn't get a chance to observe.
Next week, fun and games at the All-Star Game. Goodbye, everybody. See you next week on This Week in Baseball.